everyone, and welcome to the final round of the 2025 Canadian Geographic Challenge. My name is Ray Zahab, and I am an explorer in residence of the Royal Canadian Geographic Society. It's my absolute pleasure and honor to be here to host today's competition. I'd like to welcome you all to 50 Sussex, Canada's Centre for Geography and Exploration and the headquarters of the Royal Canadian Geographical Society and its flagship publication, Canadian Geographic Magazine. And I have to think, a building with the greatest view in Canada. I mean, if we've walked around, it's amazing, right? Right? Beautiful. The Society acknowledges that our offices are located on the unceded territory of the Algonquin peoples who have been the guardians of and in relationship with these lands for thousands of years. We further acknowledge and recognize that our programming, including the Canadian Geographic Challenge, reaches across all distinct First Nations, Métis homeland, and Inuit Nunannen. And for this, we are grateful. For the past 96 years, the Royal Canadian Geographical Society has upheld the mandate to make Canada better known to Canadians and to the world. The challenge provides an excellent opportunity to continue that work by inspiring youth from coast to coast to coast to study and celebrate the complex geography of our amazing planet. This year's participants and their teachers have gone above and beyond to demonstrate their love and commitment to geography literacy. And for that, I'd like to applaud each and every one of you. Without you, the challenge would not be possible. Thank you for bringing so much passion and enthusiasm to this program and to everyone around you. We are especially proud of the dedication shown by this year's national finalists, the 20 students from across country currently in grades 7 to 10 who ranked the highest after completing the classroom, school, provincial, territorial, and national tests in the lead up to today's event. They truly rose to the occasion and thoroughly impressed our team with their extensive knowledge of geography. For the past 2 days, the top 20 national finalists have been exploring Ottawa, undertaking a series of fieldwork and written tests, pushing the boundaries of their geographic awareness and understanding of the world we live in and the ways we interact with it. Yesterday was brisk and rainy day, very similar to my recent Ellesmere expedition, it felt like. But they put on their rain gear and they went out into the field anyhow. Clipboards in hand, they observed and analyzed a series of ecosystems preserved and protected by the Fletcher Wildlife Garden and the Ottawa Field Naturalists Club. They trudged through wet forests, explored an amphibian pond, studied the engineering of the historic Rideau Canal, observed a pollinator activity in restored agricultural sites, and did it all with tremendous focus and curiosity. As someone who spent much of their life running across some of the most extreme environments on the planet, from the Sahara Desert to the South Pole, I know what it means to push through discomfort, to face the elements, and to discover something deeper about the world and yourself in the process. And yesterday, given the weather, they would have done all of that for sure. That's why I'm so inspired by the young geographers here today. I've met them. They're amazing. All of them ventured into the field, not in perfect conditions, but in rain, wind, and mud, driven not by medals or records, but by curiosity and commitment. You did real work, asked real questions, and embraced the unknown in the name of geography. You've proven that you don't need to cross a desert or an Arctic landscape to be an explorer. You just need to get outside, observe, ask, and care. That spirit, that drive to understand the world and your place in it is exactly what makes a great adventure and is exactly where you are here among us today. Our two sponsoring organizations, Kensington Tours and the Trebek Family Foundation, also understand very clearly the power of exploration, not just as travel, but as education, discovery, and connection. Their commitment to inspiring curiosity and empowering all to see, study, and protect the world through a geographic lens is something that I deeply respect. To the Trebek family and to Helen Giancis, president of Kensington Tours, to Matt Kemmert, Senior Vice President, Marketing and Outside Sales, and Madeline Emberson, Director of Social Impact with Navigator, who are here in the audience with us today, and I met. Thank you so much for believing in these students and the transformative potential of geography. Thank you. Truly, today's event would not have been possible without your support, and we are all very grateful. So thank you again. Speaking of today's event, let's jump right in. Today is the celebration of the top 5 national finalists, those with an impeccable knowledge of and unmatched passion for the field of geography. So, without further ado, let's meet our finalists. Please join me in welcoming Edward Clark, a grade 10 student from Hillfield Strathland College in Hamilton, Ontario. Right on, right on. Eddie aspires to be a civil engineer because he likes the idea of using mathematics and physics to better understand our communities. Okay, next up we have Javon De Silva, a grade 9 student from Milliken Mills High School in Markham, Ontario. All right. Javon's love for geography is fueled by its power to inform. Javon, you told us earlier that because of geography, you feel better equipped to unpack global issues and contribute to making a more informed and equitable future. Next up, we have Eric Wan, a grade 9 student from Weber Academy in Calgary, Alberta. Let's give him a hand. Eric said the thing he likes most about geography is the fact that it can be used in many ways when traveling abroad. All right, next up, we have Mark Cherwick, a grade 9 student from École Rocher du Nord in St. John's, Newfoundland. Now we're going to go on to, last but not least, we have Mason Slobodin, a grade 8 student from Turnbull School here in Ottawa. Mason, can you believe it? Before the competition gets underway, let's review how the event is going to proceed. I will read the rules. Okay, so there's going to be 5 rounds in the national final, plus a Dutch auction question. Each round will have a different theme, and we will let you know how many points can be awarded at the beginning of each round. We will read each question out loud. Each question is associated with an image that will appear on the screen in front of you. Each of you will write your answer on the provided tablet for the judges to score. You will not lose points for wrong answers, so I encourage you to write something down even if you aren't sure of the answer. You will be given 20 seconds to answer each question. The timer will appear on the second screen in front of you and will begin once we are finished reading the question aloud. When the time is up, you'll hear the bell. Cool? All questions are worth 1 point, with the exception of the Dutch auction question, which we will explain later in the competition. Our judges will let you know your scores at the end of each round. During the course of the competition, you are allowed 2 opportunities to ask for a question to be repeated. To do so, please raise your hand and get my attention to indicate you need the question repeated. Already, I've demonstrated that that may be a difficult task, but we're going to do our best. Once an answer has been revealed, if you would like to challenge the answer, you may do so by raising your hand before the slide is advanced and the next question is read. You may challenge 2 answers during the course of your competition. The judges will review your answer and determine whether it is acceptable or not, and judges' decisions are final. You will not be penalized for spelling mistakes as long as the judges can understand your response. Please write clearly and legibly on the tablet. And after all rounds are complete, if there is a tie for first, second, or third place, we will move to a sudden win tiebreaker round. If this is the case, we will give further instructions at that point. Here are the categories for the 5 rounds. Smart Earth with 9 questions. World's Strangest Stays with 8 questions. Geography in the News with 9 questions. Map Masters with 8 questions. And, of course, my personal favorite, Race the World with 8 questions for a total of 42 points before the Dutch auction question. Please raise your hand now if you have any questions. No? All good? Okay. Now we are officially ready to begin the final round of the 2025 Canadian Geographic Challenge. I will ask the audience to please ensure all devices are on silent and that the room stays silent so as not to disturb the finalists. Finalists, take a moment to collect your thoughts, calm your nerves as we are about to begin. Round one. Our first round is Smart Earth. This round explores the cutting edge of geography where technology meets our changing planet. Finalists will test their knowledge of how modern tools are used to study the Earth's systems, monitor environmental change, map landscapes, and solve real-world challenges. The questions connect human and physical geography in Canada and around the world. There are 9 questions in this round. Here's your first question. What type of natural disaster is being tracked here on the screen using remote sensing? The answer is wildfire. Okay, correct answers go to Eddie, Eric, Mark, and Mason. Congrats. Right on. Second question. What technology enables us to visualize the locations of global cargo vessels across the world's oceans at any given time? What technology enables us to visualize the locations of global cargo vessels across the world's oceans at any given time? The answer is GPS. Okay, Eric and Mason. Direct answer. Moving on to the third question. The Columbia Glacier in southern Alaska has long been an archetype of the world's most rapidly changing glaciers. What Earth observation program captured the dramatic 38-year retreat of the glacier seen in these 2 images? The answer is Landsat. No one got this one. Wow, okay. So we can't do an applause for no one, right? Hey. Okay. Our fourth question is, name the remote sensing technology seen here, which uses pulsed laser light to create 3D models of the Earth's surface features. The answer is LiDAR. We are waiting for the results. Eric, way to go. All right. Okay. On to question number 5. What technology available in quadcopter, hexacopter, and fixed-wing varieties is used to capture aerial images like this for mapping crops or surveying disaster zones? The answer is drones. Drones. Eric and Mark. Right on. Right on. Way to go. Way to go, guys. Question number 6. This map of New York City shows temperature differences based on Landsat 8 data. What term is used to describe the hotter urban zones shown in red? The answer is Heat Island, not Hawaii or Fiji. Yeah, Heat Island. I thought that was funny. Random laughter for the host is okay. Thank you. Javon, right on. Question number 7 coming up. What type of model allows users to explore a variety of representations of the Earth's bare surface, including aspect, contour, hillshade, and slope? The answer is digital elevation model or digital terrain model. The judges are going back and forth for the people in the audience. Well, nobody got this one right. All right, these are hey, this is it right. It's the chat. This is the national fun. This is it. This is the big one. The questions are tough. All right, question number 8. What water-related phenomenon is revealed in this spectral satellite image of Lake Erie? The answer is algae bloom. Okay, Eric and Mark, congratulations. Good answers, guys. Good answers. Okay, question number 9. Techniques like object detection using neural networks are increasingly being applied to identify animal species by analyzing thousands of wildlife camera photos automatically. What term best describes these types of methods? The answer is machine learning. Machine learning. Eddie. Right on, Eddie. All right.
We have 2 points.
2 points. You got to start somewhere, right? Okay, so we're going to wait for the points to be tallied by the judges for this round. And yeah, this is fantastic. I'm having a hard time even reading the questions. You're all so brilliant. It's unbelievable. Every one of you. We'll wait for our judges to tally up the scores so far. Points accumulated in this round. So we'll read those before moving on to round 2 shortly. Okay, here we go. Eddie, 2 points. Javon, 1 point. Eric, 5 points. Mark, 3. And Mason, 2. So far you got Eric in the lead, 5 points. All right, Eric. Let's see what happens in round 2. This round shines a spotlight on some of the planet's most unusual and unforgettable places to spend the night. But it's not the accommodations we're focused on, it's the geography that surrounds them. Finalists will explore the climate, ecology, geology, and human geography of the remarkable regions where these strange stays are found. We dedicate this round to Kensington Jewers, whose exceptional work in the travel industry inspires curiosity, discovery, and global connection. There's 8 questions in this round. Here goes the first question. The luxury Palacio de Sal Hotel sits in the world's largest salt flat, the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia. What kind of landform is this? The correct answer is playa. And I'll tell you what, I've crossed it, and it is amazing. Nobody got it right, so I could have just moved on to question number 2. Come on, guys. A place for sure to put on your list, your travel list. Question number 2. The famous ice hotel in Sweden's Jukkasarv village lies 200 kilometers north of what invisible line that marks the start of the Arctic? The answer is the Arctic Circle. The Arctic Circle. Huh? Okay. Look at this. Everybody got it right. That's fantastic. Way to go. Okay, the third question. The Morocco Hotel in the Maldives is the first of its kind luxury residence with suites submerged over 16 feet below sea level in the Indian Ocean. What is the name for these low-lying coral islands that a visitor would see while staying there? The answer is atolls. And I'm booking my trip with Kensington Tours because that looks amazing, right? Judges waiting on the scores, and then we'll move on to the fourth question. Okay. Javon, Eric, Mark, and Mason, you got it right. Fantastic. Okay, on we go. Giraffe Manor in Kenya is located near what savanna ecosystem that's home to giraffes, lions, and elephants? Correct answer, Serengeti. Serengeti. Another amazing place. Serengeti's amazing. The wildlife is incredible. Beautiful place to visit if you haven't been, again. Okay, Eddie, Javon, and Mark, you got it right. Way to go. Okay, question number 5. The Sky Lodge Adventure Suites in Peru are perched on cliffs in the Andes Mountains, which belong to which continuous mountain system, stretching from the tip of South America to Alaska? The answer is the American Cordillera. The American Cordillera. Let's see what our judges tally up here. The nail biting begins as the mark. Oh, Javon. Way to go, Javon. Okay, next question. Luxury lodges in the Namib Sand Sea sit within one of the Earth's oldest and driest desert ecosystems. What geographical term describes this type of dune-covered landscape formed by wind erosion and ancient sand deposits? The answer is erg. Erg. Giant sand dunes. I've crossed them in Namibia, and they are the size of mountains, literally. No one got this one right. Okay, we're going to move on to the next question, everybody. Erg. Now you'll never forget the word erg for the rest of your life. Question number 7. Guests at the Rainforest Canopy Lodge in Borneo may spot orangutans swinging below. What term describes a species like the orangutan, which is only found in one specific region of the world? The answer is endemic. This has been a really interesting category. I like this one. Javon and Mark, congratulations. Okay, last question in this round. At the floating lodge in Bangladesh's Sunbarans, seasonal floods reshape the land. What South Asian wind system drives the region's seasonal wet and dry periods? Monsoon. Okay, here we go. In this round, Eddie, Eric, Mark, and Mason, you got this right. This question. All right, and we're going to await the scores to be tallied and see what our points are at here. Okay. In this round, Eddie 3, Javon 5, Eric 3, Mark 5, and Mason 3. Okay, fantastic. Let's go to the cumulative scores now. So far, we've got Eddie with 5 points, Javon with 6 points. Eric and Mark are tied at 8 points for the lead, and Mason 5 points. All right. Okay, let's move on to round 3. The third round is geography in the news. The Earth is always changing, and so is the news. This round challenges finalists to connect current events to the geographic forces that shape our world. From climate and conflict to migration, technology, and natural disasters, these headlines tell powerful stories about people and place. Finalists, you will draw on your understanding of human and physical geography to decode recent news from Canada and around the globe. There's going to be 9 questions in this round. Here's the first question. Which strait home to Param Island became the hotspot for maritime attacks in 2024, disrupting global shipping routes and international trade in 2024? The answer is the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Javon and Mark, congratulations, got this one right. Question number 2. Between 2023 and 2024, over 80% of the world's coral reefs were impacted in the most intense global event of this kind ever recorded. Correct answer, coral bleaching. See what the judges say. Eric and Mason, congrats. Way to go, way to go. Question number 3. In 2024, a dam collapse in this West African country's northeastern region led to catastrophic flooding, displacing over 1 million people and affecting the city of Majuri. What country is it? The answer is Nigeria. Mark and Mason, correct answer. Question number 4. You ready for question number 4? Here it comes. This South American country, home to the Pampas grasslands, implemented radical economic reforms in 2024 under President Javier Milei, aiming to curb hyperinflation and stimulate growth. What country is it? Argentina. President Milei, the giveaway, right? Argentina. Javon, Eric, Mark, and Mason got this one right. Way to go. Question number 5. Following a deadly attack in Kashmir, this South Asian country launched its deepest military strikes into its neighbor in over 50 years, escalating regional tensions. What country is it? The answer is India. India. Judges, let's see who got India correct on this. Eric, Mark, and Mason. Correct. Okay. Moving on to question 6. In 2024, this river in Quebec was granted legal personhood, becoming the first in Canada to receive such status. Known for its whitewater rapids, what is the name of this river? The answer is the Magpie River. Magpie River. No one got this answer correct. Wow. Okay, that was a tough one. They're all tough, actually. Question number 7. In fall 2024, southern British Columbia was hit by this type of extreme weather system, bringing torrential rainfall and triggering landslides. What is this meteorological phenomenon called? Atmospheric river. Atmospheric river. No one got this one right. All right, the second in a row. Okay, well, it's an awkward clap moment. That's what I gotta say. Let's go. Question number 8. In 2025, a groundbreaking new K-12 curriculum rooted in Inuit traditional knowledge and ways of knowing was launched in which Canadian province or territory? Nunavut. That is the answer, Nunavut. Judges tally before our last question. Okay, Eddie, Javon, Mark, and Mason got this correct. Way to go, guys. All right. Question 9, last question in the round. Signed 50 years ago, what landmark modern treaty saw Cree and Inuit representatives, the federal and Quebec governments, and Hydro-Quebec negotiate Canada's first comprehensive land claims agreement? The answer is the James Bay and Northern Quebec Agreement. That was a tough round. Huh? Wasn't that tough? I don't know how many people in the audience got the questions right in their head, but I tell you, I'm 0 for 0. Okay, Mark, fantastic. Good job, Mark. Okay, before we start round 4, we'll get the tally and we'll keep moving. You're all doing amazing. It's very inspiring to see your knowledge of geography. I got to tell you, it's incredible. Okay, in this round, Eddie, 1 point, Javon 3, Eric 3, Mark with 6, and Mason with 5. Totals so far, Eddie with 6 points, Javon with 9, Eric with 11, Mark in the lead with 14, and Mason at 10 points. Okay. Round 4, we're past the halfway mark for the 2025 CanGeo Challenge National Final. Keep up the amazing work, guys. Going into round 4. You've studied the contours, traced the borders, and followed the flow because you are map masters. In this round, your map reading skills will be put to the test as you interpret the images on screen. These aren't just pictures, they're stories written across the surface of the earth. Get ready to show us how sharp your geographic instincts really are. This round has 8 questions. Good luck. Here's your first question. This map on screen from 2024 shows the travel time of which type of natural hazard that can be caused by a megathrust earthquake? Correct answer, tsunami. Everybody got that one right. Woo! Way to go. Awesome work. Awesome work. Okay, next question. On the screen, a map of Lake Ontario is on the screen, as you can see. These types of maps, as you see, provide detailed information about depth, as well as provide the size, shape, and distribution of underwater features. What type of map is this? The answer is, it is a bathymetric map. Bathymetric map. No one got that right, including myself once again, because I've never heard of a bathymetric map. Okay. Moving on to question number 3. What is the term used to describe the methods for representing the Earth's surface on a two-dimensional plane? Examples of these methods include the Gall-Peters and the Spillhouse. Correct answer, projection. I see the judges are writing something. Success. Eddie, Mark, and Mason, congratulations. Okay. On screen, which global city's metro system does this map show? Paris, France. City of Lights. Okay, Eddie, Eric, Mark, and Mason, correct answer. Correct answer. Moving on to question number 5. What is the minimum number of colors needed to fill any map such as this one on your screen, without having any two bordering regions filled using the same color? The answer is 4. Mark. Lone wolf on that one. Okay. Question number 6. This cartogram shows the global population of which animal? Sheep. Javon and Mark got this one right. Okay. Gather yourselves for question number 7. On screen, this map shows an early version of which communication technology? Internet. Internet. And there was a world, believe it or not, before the internet. And we lived in it, some of us. Judges waiting for the scores. Mark and Mason. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, last question in this round. Question number 8. Stick maps, such as this one, were used throughout Oceania to assist with navigation. This example is from which northwesternmost region of Oceania, home to communities like Koror, Hagatnia, and Majuro? Micronesia. Okay, Eddie, way to go. Eric and Mark, fantastic. Good job. All right. Okay, we are going to wait for points, and then we are going to go into round 5. Final round, round 5. Okay, here we go. In this round, Eddie, 4 points. Javon, 2 points. Going in order, Eric, 3 points. Mark, 7 points. And Mason with 4. Grand totals so far, Eddie, 10 points. Javon, 11 points. Eric with 14. Mark in the lead at 21 points. Mason with 14 points. It's all fantastic. You guys are doing amazing. Everybody's in double digits. Everybody's doing fantastic. Round 5. This is our final round of the 2025 Canadian Geographic Challenge National Final. Congratulations on doing so well thus far. Only a little longer to go. Now, I have run across some of the most extreme places on the planet, but this next race, it's all yours. In Race the World, we'll travel from scorching environments to frozen lands, crossing continents and chasing clues about the planet's wildest and most remote regions. Geography isn't just something you study, it's something you feel with every step. So lace up your thinking shoes, Lean into the ground and get ready to race the world. This round has 8 questions. Question number 1. One of my most memorable expeditions took me to the geographic South Pole, home to this research station operated by the United States and named after 2 notable Antarctic explorers. The answer is the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station. And believe it or not, when you arrive at the South Pole, which I did, there's a tent there. And it's erected, and it's in a replica of Amundsen's tent. It's really cool to see. Eddie and Mark got the correct answer. In 2004, I successfully completed a 100-mile foot race in this Canadian territory, which is home to the Knoll Trail and the community of Faro. Yukon. Yukon. Beautiful Yukon. Everybody, it's a clean sweep. Good job. Okay, question number 3 on the screen. Another one of my expeditions took me to the desert you see here, home to the community of Antofagasta. The answer is the Atacama Desert in Chile, the Atacama Desert. Most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life. Lucky I'm still standing here and I'm not a dried up piece of leather. Eric, Mark, and Mason, correct answer. Going on to question number 4. I have completed several expeditions that have taken me to the lowest point in North America, located in Death Valley National Park. What is the name of this point? The Badwater Basin. Lowest point in North America. Badwater Basin. No one got this one right. Okay, it's a challenging one. Question number 5. In April of this year, my teammate Kevin and I completed a ski expedition across this Canadian island, which is home to the Eureka Research Station and the community of Grise Fiord. Ellesmere Island. Ellesmere Island. Okay, Javon, Eric, and Mark got it correct. Question number 6. In 2019, I crossed this amazing remote volcanic peninsula located to the east of the Sea of Okhotsk. The Kamchatka Peninsula. Kamchatka Peninsula, home to the most dense population of brown bears on the planet. An amazing place, kind of like the Florida of Russia. It's way off there on the other side. Eric, Mark, and Mason. Question number 7. One of my expeditions took me to the coast of this U.S. state shown in this image. Notable places in this state include Crescent City, Big Sur, and Santa Monica. What U.S. state is this? California. California is the state. Let's see who got this one. Everybody, which is what I would have expected. Okay, last question. In 2014, I crossed the Etchiek Pass in Ayuitik National Park. I passed by the Canadian mountain you see on your screen, which has the world's longest vertical drop at 1,200 meters. What is the name of this mountain? Mount Thor. Okay, in this round, Javon, Eric, Mark, correct answer for this question. I've passed by this mountain, that Mount Thor, 11 times on different various expeditions across Baffin Island. Something to behold. Amazing. Another spot to travel to. In this round, points Eddie with 3, Javon with 4, Eric 6, Mark 7, and Mason 4, meaning that the cumulative totals so far on the leaderboard in order, standing beside me, Eddie with 13, Javon with 15, Eric with 20, Mark with 28, and Mason with 18. Way to go. Okay. Way to go. Okay, something very interesting. Dutch auction to conclude the 2025 CanGeo Challenge National Final. We are going to offer you a Dutch auction question. 4 clues will be read out. You get to choose the point at which you provide an answer. Once you've answered, you may not change your response following another clue. If you answer incorrectly, you will not receive any points. If you answer correctly after the first clue, you will receive 4 points. If you answer correctly after the second clue, you will receive 3 points. If you answer correctly after the third clue, you will receive 2 points. And after the fourth clue, you will receive 1 point. When you know the answer, type it on your tablet. The judges will keep track of the scores. The answer to the Dutch auction question will be read after the final clue. Is everyone ready for the last question of the national final? There's no picture. For this last question, it's just the question. Are you ready? Yes? Okay, gather yourselves. Here we go. For 4 points, the clue is this volcanic archipelago located on a hotspot uses the US dollar for currency. If you visit, you will likely arrive via its busiest port of entry, Seymour Airport. For 3 points, the cool Humboldt Current passes through this archipelago, making a suitable habitat for the world's northernmost species of penguin. For 2 points, this archipelago's island of Pinta was home to the world-famous tortoise named Lonesome George until his passing in 2012 at the age of 102. Okay, and for 1 point, this volcanic archipelago, a province of Ecuador, is where Charles Darwin studied the evolution of the beaks of finches. The answer is Galapagos. Galapagos. Eric with 3 points in this Dutch round, Mark with 1, and Mason with 1. Way to go. Okay, audience, let's congratulate our amazing finalists for successfully completing the 30th national final of the CanGeo Challenge. 30th final. Way to go. Amazing. All right, guys, take a breath. We got to wait for the scores to be tallied. The final scores have come in. Let's make the official announcement. The third place winner with 19 points is Mason. Mason, you will receive a cash prize of $1,000 and a collection of merchandise from the Royal Canadian Geographical Society. Congrats. Awesome. Awesome. Second place winner is Eric with 23 points. They will receive a cash prize of $2,000 and merchandise from the society. Way to go. There you go. And the first place winner and champion of this year's Tangeo Challenge is Mark with 29 points. You will receive $3,000, some sweet gear from the society, and the honor of taking those $3,000 and taking us all out for ice cream after. So congratulations. And our fourth and fifth place runners up. Fourth place, we got Javon, and fifth, Eddie. Way to go. Way to go. Okay, as we wrap up this incredible event, we want to take a moment to express our deepest thanks to everyone who made it possible. First, to our finalists, you've impressed and inspired us with your curiosity, determination, and passion for geography. You've all shown what's possible when young people step outside, engage with their surroundings, and ask meaningful questions about the world. Your fieldwork and tests were challenging, and yet you met them with enthusiasm and grit. We are so proud of everything you've accomplished. To our sponsors, Kensington Tours and the Trebek Family Foundation, thank you for your generous and unwavering support. This event and the entire program quite simply could not happen without you. Your belief in the power of geographic education and youth exploration continues to open doors and minds across the country. It's really amazing to step up and support something so incredible. So thank you. Thank you. A heartfelt thank you as well to our volunteers, chaperones, event staff, and teachers. Your behind-the-scenes work, guidance, and encouragement made this experience meaningful and memorable for everyone involved. And to the families cheering from the sidelines, thank you for supporting these young explorers every step of the way. This year, over 10,000 students participated in the program, a number that we are incredibly proud of. Your energy, feedback, and participation are helping us to grow and improve every year, and we can't wait to see how far we can go together. Thank you for being part of this journey and for believing in the power of geography to change how we see the world. Congratulations once again to our finalists, and best of luck in your own personal journeys exploring the world around you. And now, time to celebrate, right?